Hi, welcome everyone to the virtual introduction kickoff meeting for the introduction of 2020. My name is Sim, and first of all I'd like to introduce the rest of the committee. You can find me on the top left corner, and on my right are Jerome and Luz, who are responsible for the master kickoff. On the bottom row left is Maaike, Noah, Mara, Casper and Charlotte. Alright, what we will discuss today. I'll start with an update on Corona. Then we will discuss the goals of our introduction week of 2020. Then I will tell you something about the new Buddy student mentor system, the introduction app and the new online platform, the Bachelor introduction week. My colleague Luz will present a concept program of the master kickoff, and we'll end with the next steps for you and for us. If you have any questions, please save them for the end of this presentation, as some of them might already be answered during this presentation. A Corona update. As many of you know, all events have been cancelled until the 1st of September. This means that there will not be any parties or catering. Even on departmental level, there is no room for parties this year. In the Netherlands, we have to get used to a society of social distancing, which means a distance of 1.5 meters between everyone. Some decisions made by the TOE. A new umbrella project team has been formed with the task of advising and improving activities on safety, the social distancing, health and feasibility of the introduction week. This project team consists of a project leader introduction, a project manager ICT services, a campus manager security, and a project manager from Artishock, which is a creative events agency. Introduction week of 2020. The first and most important goal is that the introduction week is an introduction to the university, to the departments, and to the fellow students. On the second place comes informing and landing in a new study situation, including digital education, which will become even more important. In the third place, the introduction week is an introduction to the associations and social network building. Last but not least is creating awareness of the COVID-19 virus on safety, hygiene and the social distancing society. Buddies and student mentors. In the previous years, during the introduction week, all introduction students had a buddy, a tutor, which guided them throughout the week. And in the first semester, bachelor students got a student mentor who was there to help with study and other planning activities. This year we will combine these roles. So all the new students get a student mentor which will guide them through the introduction and through the first semester. In this way, all new students know their mentor from the very beginning. It can be handy to ask questions about planning or the organization of education. We will provide a clear instruction for those buddies and student mentors online. The introduction app and the new online platform. Let's start with the app. Just like the past few years, we will launch an introduction app, which provides introduction students with information about the university, about the introduction program, and about all the associations that Eindhoven has to offer. Second, there is a planning of the introduction week, and students have a chance to sign up for workshops. And third, there is a map in the app, which shows Eindhoven and the locations of all the associations. In addition to this app, we will develop and launch an online platform. The purpose of this online platform is to give introduction students a chance to experience an opening ceremony, a closing ceremony, and to get into interaction with associations. And that is what I want to ask you. Think about how your association can attract the students on this online platform. Think of things like a pub quiz, an online escape room, videos or chat sessions. Think of anything to get to know these students and to offer them an introduction to your association. Let's continue with the Bachelor Introduction Week. The Bachelor Introduction Week would have taken place from Monday the 17th of August until Friday the 21st. We have not yet determined how many days the Bachelor Introduction Week will take this year, but whatever it will be within those 5 days. Unfortunately, I can't provide you with a final program of the Bachelor Introduction Week. As I've told you before, the program will consist of a combination of both online and offline activities. We will do our very best to organize as much activities as possible offline, so on campus, so students have a chance to meet their fellow students and all the associations live in person. However, the final decision on what activities will be held offline or online lie with this umbrella project team. So they have the final decisions in what we will organize online and offline. These are some examples of the activities that will be organized online. The departmental information, which is usually provided in the first 2 days of the Bachelor Introduction Week, will take place online. The same goes for meeting your fellow students. This new online platform will help students to get in contact with their fellow students, to chat, so they can meet each other online. An introduction to the associations. All the associations we have here in Eindhoven will be given a chance to introduce themselves on this online platform and through the introduction app. So an introduction to the associations is partly done online. Then there will be a virtual campus tour and a chance to explore the city of Eindhoven virtually. To continue with the offline activities, we try to organize as much as possible offline. The green strip market is very important for all the associations we have, so we try to organize this within the regulations for Corona. So this means with a distance of 1.5 meters. The workshops will be done on a small scale, so students still have a chance to get to know the associations they're interested in. And last, a university tour, also on a smaller scale than we are used to.
Hello everybody, I'm Luz and I'm going to present you the concept program of the Master Kickoff 2020, which I'm organizing together with my colleague Jerome. The Master Kickoff is supposed to take place in the week after the Bachelor Introduction Week, which is this year from 25th till the 27th of August. But of course it will look a bit different due to the COVID-19 regulations. At first I'm going to take you through some general considerations regarding the Master Kickoff. Last year there were about 800 participants in the Master Kickoff, which was quite a lot. But this year, however, we can expect less participants, mainly because less international students are expected to start their studies at the TUE because of the travel restrictions to the Netherlands. So it's really our goal to attract more direct access TUE students to participate in the Master Kickoff. Because for these students it's a really good possibility to start the networking activities and start meeting companies which they will need to get to know during their masters. In general, most Master Kickoff activities can still proceed, but of course they have to be adapted to the current situation. There will of course be no parties and no big large-scale events. On this slide you can find the proposed program of the Master Kickoff 2020. This year we propose a 2-day interactive program, and this program will consist out of online and offline activities. Of course there will always be a plan B in order the regulations of the COVID-19 virus will unsharpen, or if the project team, the umbrella project team of the TUE still does not approve an offline program. But for now, this is the concept I want to present to you. On the first day, which is mainly online, there will be an official opening, and we are still looking into a spectacular way to officially open the Master Kickoff. Then all students will be linked to separate information sessions which will be hosted by the departments. These can be informative information sessions, but they can also be parts from, for example, the study associations. Then we will have a break, of course, for lunch at home. And after the break, there will be an interactive company day in which all kind of companies will host lectures, challenges, panel discussions, whatever you can think about. We are, of course, trying to find suitable activities for all kind of studies, so that every student can have interesting activities of their choice. On the second day of the master kickoff, the participants will actually do a visit to the TUI campus. On the second day, the first part is the challenge day. So that will be hosted on an offline basis, of course, when the umbrella project team approves this. During the challenge day, the students will work together in small groups of around 8 students on a challenge which is provided by industry. So this is a good moment to get to know some of our fellow students from their study, but also a good moment to start networking and start looking into the different companies Eindhoven offers. After the challenge day, there will be a break, and after the break, we will host workshops. These workshops can be found in the form of Canvas or Osiris workshops for the new TUI students, but can also be CV workshops, workshops on LinkedIn or networking, or on software packages for current TUI students. And after these workshops, we will announce the results of the challenge day by a live stream presentation. And of course, we will award some prizes. So this proposed concept program of the Master Kickoff will still meet most of the goals which were set for the Master Kickoff. Students can still meet their fellow students in person. Students can still get to know the possibilities which the TUI offers them, and they can also still start orientating in their career options. So even though it does not give the same experience as the Master Kickoff program of last year's, it's still a relative good option, despite the situation. Okay, that was it for the Master Kickoff. Now we will proceed with the next steps we want to take as the Introduction Committee in order to organize the Bachelor Introduction Week and the Master Kickoff. At first, we want to review the activity request the associations have sent us already with respect to the 1.5 meter society. Of course, if you want to adapt your activity request or you want to send new requests, please do so. Furthermore, the Intro project team is still being formed to help us organize the new Introduction Week. They will have the final decision and give the go or no go on the offline activities we want to organize. And of course, also updates will still being sent by the monthly newsletter, as already has been done during the past months. And lastly, the intro app is really important during a partly online intro. So if you have not sent the content for this app yet to us, please do so as soon as possible so we can make the app ready. Okay, that was it for today. Now it's time for questions. There will be hosted a live Q&A session within the Introduction Committee, with the Introduction Committee in the YouTube chat box below. So if you have questions, please ask them right away and we try to answer them as soon as possible. If you have questions later on, of course, you can always send an email to intro@tui.nl. So thanks for your attention and stay safe.